Part of Brookside.
Go and switch it off.
I can't find my dressing gown.
There won't be anyone around at this time.
I know, but I can't.
Roger, will you switch the blasted thing off?
It's freezing out there. Don't think I disturbed anyone, though.
Only us. Oh, you're freezing! Come on, Bobby. We don't want to be late for Mass. Damon, it's 7:30.
Yes.
Karen, are you awake?
Yes.
Damon, are you up yet?
Yes.
I don't know what you get up to in bed, the state you end up in every morning.
What time is it?
7:30.
So I thought maybe.
So you better get that drunk if you're coming to communion.
Hello? You're up early?
I couldn't really sleep. You know.
Whole show's a bit basic, isn't it?
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, yes, please, old son.
What about Mummy?
I'll let her sleep for a while. She's worked very hard organising all this.
Dad, how long are we likely to stay here?
Till I get fixed up. Not too long.
Right, I'm off then.
I wonder what the smell was.
Shut up, you. Hey, Ma, you shouldn't be doing that there, you know. It's unhygienic.
You're not too big to feel the back of my hand, my laddo.
I wouldn't do that to me, Ma. You haven't got it in you.
Oh, don't you be so sure.
I'm gonna have to get off now. I've got to go and drag our midfield dynamo out of bed.
Who are you playing today?
Dog and gun from Kirby. Take no prisoners, them, you know.
You do yourself more good getting yourself down to Mass every now and then.
That's all right, Ma. You know whose son I am. I'll get in on your ticket.
Oh, may God forgive you.
See you later.
What are you doing?
Getting a drink?
How are you? I may have given up on the queer fella there, but you're going to communion. Now put it back. And go and see if that lazy madam's up yet. Bobby! Are you up yet? Dear, dear, it's cold. What are you doing?
Looking for the frying pan. Oh. Well, you're not the only organiser around here, you know.
Where's Gordon?
Uh-huh. How's it doing?
Nearly finished.
Try it now, lad. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay, again. No, leave it.
What's wrong with it?
That's what I'm trying to find out, isn't
Well,
it?
how long is it going to
I
take?
don't know. Say that over again, Damon. Leave it.
We're going to be late, you know. I don't want to be seen following the collection plate down the aisle.
Leave
Right,
it!
that's it. We're walking. Damon, go and get Karen. Damon! Never breaks down when you go into the match, does it?
Problems?
Oh, we're going to be late for Mass.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Karen, where are you now, for God's sake?
Can I do anything to help?
Not really. Not unless you want to give us a push.
Well, I'm not pushing it.
Well, we could give you a lift.
Oh, no, it's all right, really. We can easily walk.
Well, it's no trouble. And it would make up for yesterday a little bit. And Paul was just going for the newspaper anyway.
Well, if you're sure it's no trouble.
No trouble at all. I'll tell Paul.
Thank you. You better go and get yourself cleaned up.
Please give them a lift, Paul.
Probably end up having the seat slashed.
It was the least I could do after yesterday.
But what about this?
Well, Gordon can keep it going. Can't you, Gordon?
Suppose so.
Oh, come on, Paul. Well, you were going out for the Times anyway. And they are going to be our neighbours.
Keep it going, old son. Won't be long.
Ooh, too cold out here for me.
I spy with my little eye.
They're giving the ones across the way a lift by the look of things.
Really?
Their own car won't start. That's why it pays to have a new one, you see.
Stop spying.
You think they are friends? I suppose they're in and out of each other's pockets all the time. That's all we need.
What are you talking about?
They've got a fire or something going in next door. At this time of the morning. Probably be building a hen hutch by this afternoon.
You do talk a load of absolute drivel at times. Come back to bed.
They are giving him a lift.
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. It matters what sort of people we get living here.
Oh, I know. And what'll that do to property values? Oh, come on. Come back to bed for a bit.
What for?
Thought we might discuss our life insurance premiums.
Damon, where is she?
I'll get her.
Close.
Come on, girl.
Move up. You're going to church, you know, not a fashion parade.
Ready? I told you, didn't I? They are giving him a lift.
Hallelujah. I'm hungry now. You can make breakfast while I have a bath.
I like that.
Thanks ever so much. Oh, the paper shop's the second on the left, all right? Bye. He's all right, really, isn't he?
I'm going with you, Paul.
State of her, I feel ashamed, I do, really.
I think I'll go and find some of my mates.
You won't. You'll stay here where I can keep an eye on you.
How many times have they been to the loo this morning?
Coffee's ready.
Oh, surprised you had the time. Well, what do you think?
About what?
The towel.
Oh! Yes. Very nice. Oh, really?
At least I know what to buy you for Christmas. Oh, binoculars.
Do we have to have the door open? It's cold enough as it is.
They're doing their best, darling.
Breakfast ready, Paul?
Righto.
see that's a valid reason for frostbite.
Lucy, will you please stop complaining? You've done nothing but whine ever since we got here.
I didn't ask to move here.
How are we doing? Breakfast a la Brookside?
Well, I'm afraid I'm not used to this electric cooker yet.
Tea made?
In the pot.
Splendid. Looks good.
I'm not partial to burnt food myself.
Really?
I didn't say I wouldn't eat it.
Now, what's on the agenda today? Sounds like an exciting time ahead. We could burn some more boxes of newspapers, I suppose, eh?
Had a chance to look at the Times yet?
I'll settle down with it later, while these two wash the dishes.
I don't know why you bother, actually. I mean, there are hundreds of people applying for those jobs.
And someone's got to get them.
Yeah, I know, but you're a bit... well, you know.
How about a walk later? Anyone game?
Where would we walk to?
Oh, I don't know. Mooch around our new environment. Look for Lucy's school.
That's the last place I want to look for.
Good morning, ladies. Hello. Everything well? That's good. Matt? And Bobby? Hello,
Father,
Mrs. Grant.
I wonder if I could have a word with you.
Yes, certainly.
He's all right. For a priest, I mean.
Oh, go away, will you? As long as he wears trousers, you fancy him.
I wouldn't mind him.
Of course I know.
You'd think he'd have the central heating on, Bobby. The amount of money he's taken over that club bar. I mean, half an hour in that place, and I felt like coming out and murdering someone, so I'd end up in hell getting a warm-up. Incredible.
I've wondered myself where the money goes, because we don't get any benefit from it.
I tell you what, Bob, they wouldn't put the central heating off in the Vatican. Aye, aye.
Look at these two. They're in a state of grace.
Yeah, grace before meals.
Hey, tell your dad on you.
It's not my dad I've got to look out for, it's me mum.
Haven't we all? Are they in there now?
No, they're coming to 11, so my dad can get straight to the club after.
No, he's not a bad judge. Not a bad judge.
Oh, it was my mother. I'm starving.
She's in there making arrangements to have the bloody house blessed.
I thought we were going to get away with that signed picture of the Pope.
Is she not out yet, Dad?
No, lad, she's not. Anyway, listen, you better make your own way home. We're going to stop off and see Mr. and Mrs. Duffy on our way back.
Walk it.
Yes, walk it. Unless you've suddenly learned how to bloody fly.
Yeah, all right. You coming?
Ta-ra, Damon.
Ta-ra,
girls. The cases. Is she really having the house blessed?
Right so.
It'd suit you better to have your motor looked at from the sound of it. Anyway, how is it living amongst the landed gentry, Guy? Is it, the cracks appearing yet, are they?
No, to be honest, Matty, I think it's better than pouring money into the council's pocket every week.
What's cheaper?
Yeah, but that's only because the likes of me are paying for the likes of you through these bloody exorbitant rates.
Oh, God, but you got the gift of the gab to go with it now.
Well, haven't you heard about that new estate?
Go ahead.
When you move in, a fella from the builders comes round with a little pamphlet.
Yeah.
It's called All You Need to Know About Being a Tory House Owner.
Yeah, yeah. Lesson 1, have the front half of your brain removed. If you're a member of the aristocracy or an hereditary life peer, this will have been performed at birth and no further treatment will be necessary.
We've got one of them on the estate already.
Yeah.
He was there about 5 minutes. He was having a go at our Damon.
Well, what's so unusual about that?
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
listen, Bob, you've raised a little hooligan there.
Who? He's not a bad lad at all, Damon.
Oh. So, you're not getting on with your new neighbours already, eh?
The women get on, and that's the main thing. They're there all day, aren't they?
Sure.
Hi, Matty.
Hello, she.
You'd think I was asking him to walk on water himself instead of coming out to bless the house.
He probably couldn't get a visa.
It's still in the parish, isn't it?
I don't know why you bothered in the first place going to say about getting the bloody house blessed. We never had the old house blessed, did we?
Well, that was the council's. If they want to bless it, it's up to them.
Listen, I remember there was a time you couldn't keep them away from your front door. You'd no sooner sat down to get your tea, usually, and knock, knock, a little altar boy would be there. The priest's coming.
Yeah.
Remember?
My mum used to run around stuffing newspapers under the seat cushions.
Yeah, mind you, that was the only time your house got cleaned.
Correct, yeah. Anyway, listen, it's not a priest you want out there, you know. A missionary.
Behave yourself.
Stupid, if you ask me.
If you don't put the boards up, the windows go through, don't they?
Oh, Bessie went down the house and about yesterday. You know, Tommy's been on the list for yonks. Never guessed what the fella said.
Piss off, probably.
He didn't even know it was empty.
Bloody hell, these things made sure my mother paid the rent up before you left. Ta-da.
See ya. Wish we still lived here.
Christ, I don't. I bloody hate the place.
All right, Clancy. You don't live here anymore.
Seb?
So, you don't like people trespassing?
Well, I hadn't heard anything about you taking over the council.
Not in a hurry, are you? Back in, Jacko.
Why, what are you gonna do?
Nothing. But if anything happens to me, I'll Barry'll want to know who done it.
I'm not interested in your Barry.
All right, Jacko. We're only messing, Karen. You know, no harm's done, eh?
Still want to live here?
I can look after myself.
Why should you have to?
We're gonna have to walk this every week.
What do you think, soft lad?
I know what my belly thinks. My throat's being cut. I hate having to go to communion.
I hate having to go to mass.
It's right though, innit? I mean, you know, if he's all over the show, like, why do you have to go to church for Sunday to say your prayers? Why can't you just say them in bed?
They couldn't pass the plate round then, could they?
They have outdoor envelopes, don't they? You know, it was fair enough when he had to do it in the catacombs, but that was like a secret meeting. He could do it on telly now.
How come our Barry got out again?
How does he get out of anything?
He's right though, isn't he? I mean, it's dead stupid having to do something you don't believe in.
Yeah, but you tried telling me Mum that.
Do you think I won't? I will.
When?
After.
Well, if you do, I'll talk to Dad first. At least he listens.
And then he goes and does what my mother says.
No, he doesn't.
He does, about going to mass and things like that, he does. I don't reckon he'd go either, given half the chance.
Don't you?
No, he only does it to keep the peace.
Straight up, like, is that what you reckon? Well, I never... He might go along with it then, mightn't he? It's worth a crack, though, Kaz.
Don't call me that!
Why don't you ask him?
Why don't you?
I will if you will.
All right then, we'll do it this morning.
This morning?
Yeah, why not?
No.
Better get him in a good mood though first. What are you gawping at?
Do you reckon it could get as bad as that?
Well, they could if they reject our pay claim, yeah. And what's worrying me is they've been wanting to shut the bloody factory down for years.
Yeah, but I thought that was all part of the usual bluff.
I know what people do, and that's part of the trouble. Anyway, we'll know on Thursday. It's no use speculating now, is it? Who knows, with a bit of luck, they may give it a bloody increase. Well, there it is, eh? And to think Matty called me a traitor to the working class for wanting to move, eh?
He would. What he means is he can't afford to do it himself.
Yeah, but he could if he wanted to, Sheila.
Yeah, that's just the trouble, isn't it? It's too easy living here. We only come here for 2 years, you remember? Till we could afford a place of our own and then have the kids.
And then have the kids, yeah. But I tell you, we did have some good times, didn't we?
Oh, give over. We've only been out of the place a month and you're getting nostalgic already. You were as glad to see the back of this place as I was, as I am now. Come on, let's go and get something to eat.
What's tickling you?
I think we've just passed muster next door.
Any good jobs in the paper?
A couple that sound interesting. You know, I'm beginning to write these things automatically now. Good job I had the foresight to run off a few copies of my curriculum vitae. I'm going to need some new stationery soon, though.
You couldn't have used 500 sheets already, surely.
Dearest, damn it. Soon gets gobbled up, old girl. Apart from which, there's the new address.
But that's £60 or £70 in postage alone.
Ah, don't I know it. I wonder if job application expenses are tax deductible. Should be in this day and age.
Do you think something will turn up?
Oh, yes. It's only been 8 weeks. Plenty of time before the bailiffs arrive.
Put the flags out.
Aye, what have you been up to?
Nothing, honest. You ought to listen.
Oh, nice one.
It's probably just damp.
Ah, well. These things, as they say. Are you ready for your breakfast?
Yeah. Karen's doing it.
Oh, this I must see. She doesn't even know how to put the stove on.
You have definitely been up to something.
We haven't.
Oh. Oh, dear God, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mum.
Sorry's not going to bring this lot back from the dead, is it?
Oh, I was doing my best.
Oh, bless it.
Cloth. Get a cloth. I don't know, Karen. I'd have been ashamed at your age if I can cloth.
Oh, I didn't do it on purpose, you know.
Flippin' heck.
Oh, you knackered.
All right. We know she's had an accident.
Well, it would go on if Emma or Barry did it, would she?
Oh, I don't expect them to.
And why should I be expected to cook us just because I'm a woman?
Oh, come on, love. I think you've got a few years to go yet, so both died like...
Oh, you know what I mean. Equal rights just doesn't mean we're equal tonight. I mean, we can be equally stupid at times and all.
Oh, you...
Sheila, leave her alone, will you, Queen? Look, she's trying to do a good turn. Leave her alone. Damon, go and bring Karen back, will you? Come on, are you all right?
She just gets me down.
I know, but she's a good kid, isn't she, love? She was trying to do you a good turn. Her heart's in the right place.
I don't afford to go wasting food like this.
I know we can't, love, but it's over now. It's done. Just forget about it. Oh, Jesus. Listen, the breakfast has gone for the Burton, babe, hasn't it? Damon's fixed the car for me. Come on, I'll take you all down to the swamp for a bit of lunch.
Yes.
Are you coming? Come on, Sheila. Come on.
Sorry, Mum. It's all right, go on.
Oh, no.
I thought I might as well perform the ceremony while it was still fresh in my mind.
Fine, Father. Come in.
Hello, Bobby. All right. You wouldn't have the kettle on by any chance, would you?
Yes, Father. Come in.
Good grief, she gives him the cup of tea. We'll never get rid of him. Hey, you asking Dad about going to Mass today?
What do you think?
How can I waste it from eating it?
By making a pig of yourself. Karen! It's 8:30. She's a lazy madam.
I won't be home tonight, Mum. Going straight to Match with Gizmo.
What about your tea?
I'll go with the chippy.
Well, behave yourself.
I always do. It's the law you have to watch. Gizmo reckons he send all the Evertonian coppers to Anfield and all the Liverpudlian ones to Goodison, so he don't mind when he beat you up.
You do talk rubbish, Damon. And don't forget, if you do get into trouble, it won't be the law that beats you up, you or Gizmo, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going.
Hey, Mum,
What?
Couldn't answer quick, could you?
I could, but I won't.
Well, how am I going to get in?
The money you cadged off your father this morning. Karen! Are you dressed yet? Oh, God give me strength. Right, I'm going. See you later.
Yeah, that's right.
How's Boadicea this morning?
Usual.
Oh, dear. Cyril, she should get used to it.
What time do you have to be there?
9:15.
Well, if you left now, you could give her a lift.
Uh-huh.
I'll go and tell her. Come along, darling. You're going to be late. Daddy's going to give you a lift. Big deal.
You will remember to see the site agent, Waller, about the plumbing, won't you? You promised to have someone here by today. I'm not putting up with that old thing much longer.
Oh, I find that wooden seat rather comforting in this weather.
Okay, see you later.
Good luck.
Well, I'm only going to register the change of address.
Oh, even so, they might have something for you.
Let's hope so.
Come in. Come in, Lucy. Take a seat. Are you settling in? I understand from your form master that you've experienced a little aggravation. A refined accent is red rag to a bull with some of the idiots we have to harbour here, I'm afraid.
What am I supposed to do? Drop my H's and eat a pound of scouse every lunchtime?
No, not quite. I just thought you might like to talk about it.
Don't be ridiculous. I can't help my accent. It sets me apart from the rest of the herd. Makes me a target for intimidation. You are incapable of doing anything about that intimidation, so why waste time discussing it? It's just something I have to get used to, so my father tells me. Who knows? Might even be the making of me. Don't you think? Well, don't you want to discuss that?
If you want to. Well, if that's your attitude, you might as well leave. I've got better things to waste my time on than some silly, spoiled little bitch. Go, get out. No, wait. Luke, sit down. Please. I know it's stating the obvious, but you're not exactly happy here.
Really? Sorry.
Okay. So you don't want to be here, and you've already had a bad time. From that point, where do we go?
You tell me.
Shall we start with a cup of coffee? My God. You can even smile. That is progress.
2, 3. Shouldn't I get back?
You said yourself you were 2 years ahead of most of them.
Well, that wouldn't take much, would it?
Don't be too hard. We might not be so high-powered as Lady Mount, but we do have some good kids here. So, accepting the fact that you've done your groundwork for your O-levels and that you survived till the summer, what about the A-levels?
Sociology, economics, social history, and general studies, I suppose.
Ah. Well, the social history should be all right, but we only do economics to O-level. And no sociology at all now.
But Mother checked.
Yes, that was probably last year.
July, actually.
Our sociologist left in the summer. We're trying for a replacement, but...
What about economics?
Same thing, although we did get a replacement. But not for A-level. This isn't exactly an attractive place to build a career.
Terrific. And general studies?
Private study, always has been.
So, what do you offer?
Maths, English, history, physics, biology, German, French.
That's it.
Afraid so. Shortage of staff. What about languages? You seem to be pretty good at both languages and science.
What's the point? To end up as a holiday guide or a teacher?
Well, there are more opportunities than that, you know.
We'll all end up speaking Russian soon, anyway.
What's up? Show for late tonight? Talking to you, Plumgob.
Sorry I'm late, darling. Everything all right?
Yes, why shouldn't it be? Well, are we going home or not?
Well, come on, darling. It's too cold to leave the door open.
Hello, Go. Kettle's on.
Oh, good.
Oh, what about the toilet?
Site agent promised the end of the week. Bit of a nuisance, isn't it?
He said today. He promised me faithfully it would be today.
I know. But it's not his fault. I mean, it's not his fault the pipes were stolen. Such a nice man, too.
He's paid to be nice. I knew we should never have let them plumb in that thing. Well, I'm not having it, Annabelle. Do you hear?
Yes, dear.
Hello, Lucy. Good day at school?
Well, aren't you going to take your coat off?
And freeze to death. I don't know why we can't have central heating.
When I was your age, there was no such thing as central heating.
When you were my age, there was no such thing as a calculator either. Hasn't stopped you using one, though, has it?
You're nesh, Lucy. We've obviously brought you up too soft.
And you can't blame me for the way I've turned out, can you?
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Coffee.
What excuse did he give this time?
Oh, shortage of materials or something,
There always is. The truth is, now they've got our money...
The Building Society's money. How much is the car worth?
The car?
Yes, you know, that thing outside with wheels.
Why, darling?
I want to know.
About 10,000, I suppose.
10,000? Well, why don't you sell it?
Sell it?
You don't need anything like that.
Well, why on earth should I sell it?
To get some money to pay my school fees.
Ah, has this got anything to do with what happened this afternoon?
God, you're quick, aren't you? Well?
And look, Lucy, we've been through all this.
No, we haven't. As I remember it, you just decided I could be sacrificed to keep Gordon in school.
It isn't a question of sacrifice, Lucy.
Yes, it is. He said that. He said we'd all have to make sacrifices. But what have you lost? Central heating. A few coffee mornings. A few rounds of golf.
I happen to have lost my job. Or have you been too wrapped up in yourself as usual to notice? What if I did sell the car? What would I get in its place? A Mini? A moped, perhaps?
Would make more sense.
Would it? And what sort of an image do you think I'd create arriving for management interviews on a moped?
What interviews? You're on the scrap heap with the rest of them. But why, for God's sake, do you have to drag me down with you?
She didn't mean it.
I think she's had trouble at school again today. Well, she's upset.
She's right about selling the car, of course.
Nonsense. She's done enough work to get her O-levels anywhere. Just throwing money away, paying for this year. If things buck up, she can go back for the sixth form.
Look, when are we going to get central heating in this place?
When we have the money.
Did you go to the bank today?
Yes, but I spent most of it on this lot.
They're probably worth more than the entire contents. Who's going to fit them?
Me? And what's the phase for?
Nothing. I have the utmost confidence in you.
I'm very good at this sort of thing.
What's the bear still waiting for?
It's cheaper if you make the base yourself.
It is using your method, especially the cost of materials.
I'm waiting for the properly seasoned timber.
How many seasons does it take?
You'd be amazed how many people have got this stuff in their house without knowing it.
But what about things like building inspectors?
Places like this, you're all right. But get an old house or flat recently modernised. You never know what's buried beneath the boards or plaster, do you?
No, I suppose not. But how long will it last?
As long as copper, as long as you don't overdo it on the hot supply, which has happened. It's used in pubs to carry ale under pressure, and if it's good enough for that, well,
Quite. Although they have promised Friday now. They say there's a shortage.
Isn't there always? That's why you're in this state.
Quite.
To Still tossing them up over around the back. They could pull one out of there and put it in here for it if they wanted to.
Well, that's what I suggested, but...
Probably on bonus. They won't want to know about repairs. If I was you, I'd find a charge hand. Do you know, it's amazing what some blokes will do for a picture of Florence Nightingale. Got my old age pension today.
How's dinner progressing?
Won't be long.
Right. I'm off then. There's no need to go. It's all right. I'll see myself out. If anything goes wrong, like, just give us a knock, okay?
Thanks very much. That was rather rude of you.
You shouldn't encourage them. They'll be over borrowing sugar next, or tea, or whatever it is those people keep borrowing.
I was only being friendly.
Well, I don't want to be friendly with his sort.
Oh, and what is his sort?
Have you forgotten what his brother did to Gordon's room?
No, but have you forgotten that his father made him pay to have it repainted?
Didn't have any choice, did he?
And what about the loo?
Look, I don't want to talk about it. And I don't want those people in and out of the house all day.
Hello, lovely.
All right, Mum. Do you know, I've just been over the road there, and that Collins bloke's a miserable sod.
I saw you going over there. Well, what's he done now?
Oh, nothing. It's just his attitude.
Well, his type are always like that.
Have you seen their daughter yet?
Ah, I wondered why you really went over there.
I went over to see if the pipes are holding up all right, that's all.
I believe you. Thousands wouldn't.
I thought my our fellow was going straight to the match tonight.
He is.
Well, his car's still outside.
Have you been upstairs?
How can I have been upstairs? I've only just come in, haven't I?
That must have been in and came in earlier then.
All right.
All right.
Hello, love. Hey, I thought you were going to the match.
I don't feel up to it, Sheila.
Why, what's up with you?
Just as management's reply to our wage claim. And they want us to take a 3% cut. Or lose 200 bloody jobs.
They're joking, aren't they?
I wish they were, lad. If we don't accept by Friday, they're closing the factory in January.
Jesus. Happy Christmas. Hey, boss. Any chance of an early dart tonight?
Not much you can do about it, is there?
Nah, not much. Well, at least they asked you, though, didn't I? I'm doing a foreigner. It's for the meat.
Yes, I trust you'll be informing the Inspector of Taxes at your earliest possible moment.
Oh, yeah. Next time I see him.
That can be arranged.
So can your funeral.
I mean, it stands to reason. Happens every year.
Yeah, but Bobby reckons it's different this year. Do you know, this is the first year they've refused to negotiate.
Well, that's that new managing director fella, isn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah. Don reckons he fancies himself as a new Michael Edwards.
So does Bobby, that's the problem.
Oh, look out, here comes Seven Bellies.
All right, Ma, got any ovies?
No, but you can take this home for me. And I want to see everything that's in there still there when I get home tonight.
Ma, sometimes I think you don't trust me.
Then you're not as soft as you look, are you?
I'm your pride and joy, Ma. See you later.
Some pride and joy.
Well, he's old enough to have his own door key now.
He's too old. Give him his own key and God only knows what he'd get up to.
Isn't your Carol at home now?
Not always. She often goes round to her mates after school. At least this way I know when he's on his own in the house. And even Damon can only do so much in an hour.
Yeah.
Don't be soft. Nutmegged it was. Straight through it went.
Yeah.
Should have dropped down on one knee to block it. Yeah, I read it is, kiss it.
She'll do you if she finds out.
Yeah, but she won't find out, will she?
Seen anything of that fella since? Isn't Turkey net?
Nah. I reckon we should do him, though, don't you?
Let him know who's like.
Said it's gone up.
Listen, Robert. I'm skint.
Yeah, and hurry up.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Somebody named Huntington live over there.
Yes.
Could I leave a package for them with you?
Don't see why not.
Great.
Oh, my leg's gone dead.
Smack your head then, won't it? Bar time. Come on.
Thanks, missus.
Thank you.
Hate you living around here. Nobody's ever in. Thanks again.
Tea?
Kettle's on.
I think Lucy's had some trouble again today.
She'll get used to it. Oh, what happened?
I don't know. It's just a feeling.
Did you ask her?
Of course I did. She doesn't want us making a fuss.
She's a fine one to talk. She doesn't want to go there, so she's determined to make an issue
Oh,
out
no,
of it.
I don't think it's that. There are some pretty rough-looking characters knocking about that place.
Some pretty rough-looking characters knocking about this place. Let's wait until we have some hard evidence, eh?
Like a black eye or a broken arm, perhaps?
The kettle's boiling, love.
Oh, right, thank you. I'll be right there.
Pity they weren't so attentive to the fact that they should have been here days ago. Then I suppose we should be grateful that they've turned up at all.
Marvellous what a picture of Florence Nightingale can do.
What?
Nothing. What do you think they're doing at number 10?
I'm not sure I want to know, actually.
I know people go on about the electricity board, but I think it's a bit excessive even for them.
Whatever it is, they won't be there for long.
I'll go and make the tea.
Friggin' hell, must be a mad chef or something gonna live here.
Reckon to work, Danny?
Nah, wouldn't be left here if he was.
AJ, we're being piped by Turkey.
Beat it, will ya? You'd be on the moan to me, man.
All right, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, Dame, don't do that. You might give him brain damage or something.
Shut off.
Look at that nosy bastard. Are we gonna wind him up or not?
How?
I don't know. We just should, right, Dame? Yeah. I know what we can do with him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a minute. Hang on.
Up at work.
Shut up, you mingy.
Go.
Come on. Sound.
Sag whenever we want.
I'm just looking forward to a nice long bath.
What would you like me to do with this?
Oh, better give it to the chap across the way, I suppose.
Look, he was about. Still, any more problems, give us a bell. Same terms, contact me direct.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Evening.
Hello. Think I'll put a plant on it.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's what I reckon. I reckon it'll be cracking man on that.
Yeah, she got it.
All right, when are we going to do it? After. No checking out, though.
I'm game.
All right, Ma.
You have to have that on so loud.
We can't hear it otherwise.
Come on.
Anyway, we're off out.
Haven't you forgotten something?
I'll do them after.
And pigs might fly. Get them done now. Haven't you got any homes to go to? Your mothers will be wondering where you are. Oh, God knows why.
See you after, Dave.
See ya. Yeah, see you after.
If she lets you out.
Hey, after a down better place, isn't this? How much did you pay for it?
Too much. Which means I haven't enough to pay the ridiculous amount you'll try and screw me for.
Oh, hey, Vic, would I do that to you?
If I was on fire, you wouldn't piss on me.
It's gonna be 4 figures at least, this, you know.
You kept a straight face when you said that.
I reckon about 1.8 with materials.
1,800. You better get onto the Royal and tell them there's a heart attack on the way in.
Get on moaning, old sod, you, aren't you? Why'd you always carry on trying to make me feel bad about it? It's not my fault the government can't keep up with inflation, is it? And I'm practically giving you the materials.
Well, then I'd hate to buy anything from you, then. I wouldn't mind if you were going to buy them.
Where would I get them from?
1,500, that's all I can afford.
You can't afford to have it done then, can you? All right, I'll tell you what. Seeing as it's you and you put a bit of work my way in the past.
I remember that, dear.
How about 5 down, 5 when we start, and 8 on completion? How's that sound?
Yeah, but that's still 18.
Yeah, but no interest charges for extended credit. Even John Lewis can't better that.
Does your father know you exist?
Hey, how much did you get the quote for?
Oh, would I get a quote knowing what good value you offer?
Vic, how much was it for?
2.5.
What do you think's going on here?
Somebody likes cooking. Roger. It's this side you want to worry about, dear. Ah, must be the shelving unit.
I know.
Oh, don't sound so enthusiastic.
Well, I've got to assemble it, haven't I? I wanted to do my locks tonight.
Ah, so we're in for a do-it-yourself night, are we?
Why?
I haven't unpacked the first aid kit yet.
Couldn't you do those accounts later?
I suppose so, but I'd rather do them now.
What are we going to eat?
Oh, will you stop going on about your stomach?
Well, someone has to. No one else seems to care.
Or cook something.
It's your turn.
Then you have to wait.
Oh, it's ridiculous. How are you supposed to put this thing together with only 6 screws and this little diagram?
Perhaps you should market it as an answer to Rubik Cube, you know, Huntington shelving unit.
Look, it says here, easy home assembly. You know what that is, don't you?
No, what?
Misrepresentation. I've a good mind to fire off a letter to them.
Aren't you overlooking something? Doesn't easy home assembly rather depend on the intelligence quotient of the assembler?
Why did we buy this thing anyway?
Because, like the Jackson brothers, we have utilised our liquid resources to fuel capital investment, causing a heavy drag on our cash flow.
You mean we're broke?
In a manner of speaking.
Yeah, well, that sounds like double Dutch to me. We could have had that bookcase thing off my folks without any drag on our cash flow.
If your mother wants to get rid of her junk, tell her to phone the council or send it to a jumble sale.
Oh, now! Are we going to eat?
Not hungry, are you?
No.
Why should I?
'Cause you never do them.
Yes, I do. I did them before, didn't I, Mo?
Well, you moved the grease around a bit, I'll give you that.
Well, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Sorry, mate, love. Went on a lot longer than I thought.
One of these days, we're all going to sit down for a meal together.
Hey, Dad. You going on strike next week?
No, not next week, I'm not.
Gizmo's half, I reckon, Gerard.
Well, but do you know where? He's been on the dole 3 years, hasn't he?
Ah, yeah. But he got the whispers from the dole, didn't he? Said they're expecting a load in next week.
What else is new?
Anyway, I'm going out. See you later.
Mother!
Damon, dishes!
Oh, Mum, it's Cag's turn.
Hey, you stupid!
Hey, Karen, that's enough of that, thank you. Whose turn is it to do the dishes?
Cag's.
It is.
Look, the both of you, leave them, okay? Can I just have me tea in a bit of peace and quiet?
Right, see you
I'll
later.
sort that out after.
Anyone want tea?
How did it go, Dad?
I'm just waiting for Big Ears to go. With Ears, it'll be all over the playground tomorrow. We'll serve a notice to strike tomorrow. You know why I can't do this, don't you?
No, why?
Me brain's seized up.
I'm glad you finally admitted it.
Through lack of food.
The main problem is that we just don't get no say in running of the bloody factory, do we? And yet you expect me to recommend a 3% cut in wages because they're in difficulties. Well, who got it into difficulties in the first bloody place? Not the lads slaving the guts off on them old-fashioned machines. They can only go by what they're told from upstairs. And all they want to talk about is productivity, productivity. And what they really mean is they want us to compete with the Japanese. So that means longer hours and lower wages. We can't compete with that, Sheila.
They get security of employment.
Security of employment? Yeah, at what cost? They're still operating the bloody feudal system, aren't they? Well, instead of the Lord of the Manor, what they've got is Mitsubishi, Toshiba, Toyota, Honda. How's your bloody father? The workers over there actually sacrifice their lives for a job. Who wants that? I don't.
Plenty round here would.
Sheila, the only thing that's wrong with our industry is we've got too many models and they're too bloody old-fashioned. What we need is someone with a little bit of drive, a little bit of ambition, a little bit of foresight, and maybe a little bit of bottle. To look to the future, plan new models. Because that's all the customer wants, really, is some new models. So why should we be expected to take a cut in our wages? Why should we pay for bad bloody management?
Because if you don't, Dad, the firm will go under and you'll be on the dole.
She's not much, though. The mum. About the same age as our Cags, I reckon.
Oh, I wouldn't mind your Karen, Dame.
You would if you had to live with her.
I wouldn't, you know.
Oh, I definitely would. Hey, close your gob, you might trip over your tongue.
When are we going to do it?
The key?
Nah, turkey.
After.
What about the key?
Tomorrow. If I feel like.
I always feel like it. What does that feel?
Still hungry?
Nope, I've gone past it now. I feel too weak from the pangs of hunger.
Oh, I do love you, Rog. You're such a misery.
Thanks a lot.
Shouldn't have unplugged it.
And you shouldn't have thrown away the instruction leaflet. Although it should be written on the back here somewhere.
Why don't you fire off a letter to them?
And why are you always making fun of me?
Because you deserve it. Oh, come on, we're going out for an Indian.
I thought we were broke.
We are. But we're going to go out and spend some money to take our minds off the fact we're broke.
That's why we're broke.
Oh, come on, you've got your credit card.
Yes, but that has to be paid for at the end of the month.
You see? That's why I love you, because you're so sensible.
Oh, it's so good not to have to boil a kettle.
I still don't see why you have to bribe them into coming.
I'd have paid twice the price not to have to go without a bath another day.
That's the trouble with this country. Too many people on the fiddle, and too many people willing to encourage them.
Yes, dear.
Where do you suppose they should have been while they were here?
Oh, they'd have had here sometime.
That's not the point.
Well, what is the point?
The point is they weren't where they should have been. How can anyone run a business without control over the workforce? It makes a mockery of management.
Well, I don't think much of management that left us without water for 5 days.
Probably because the chaps who should have been here on Monday were away doing something else on the side.
I don't know what you're making such a fuss about. Our water's working now, isn't it?
Making such a fuss, Annabelle. Because A, I don't believe in having to bribe people to do what they should do by right. And B, because this I'm all right Jack attitude is precisely what put me out of a job. I noticed they worked through their lunch hour and didn't stop for tea. You try getting them to do that at their real work. They'd be away bleating to the unions about exploitation and all the rest of the litany. They don't even care what effect their perks are having on the firm that pays their wages. Whinge on about a company making vast profits until the day comes that there isn't any profit. There isn't anything to invest in the future. There isn't any future, there isn't any company. And then what's the cry? Poor management, lack of foresight. Truth is, they just don't bloody care. Nobody cares.
No one gives a toss about the future.
Well, it provides them with a career, doesn't it?
Yeah, but what's that, Karen? Doesn't mean they've got to spend the whole of their life with one firm, does it? I mean, that's one of the drawbacks of paper qualifications. Look, say the kid sets out to become, well, an accountant, say. Doesn't mean he's got to start off with one firm and then try and work his way up to the top, does it? No, he'll jump about, he'll go from firm to firm, chasing the money, looking for experience. And his livelihood doesn't depend on the existence of that one firm.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing for him. But it doesn't do much good for the continuity of the firm he's been passing through, does it? I mean, it's like our place, there's not one of the board of directors got any actual shares in the factory. They run it the same way as we knock the stuff together for a weekly wage. And if something better comes along, or if they can see the writing on the wall, they're off pretty smartish.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
The only thing that we've all got in common in our place, Sheila, is that we all get wages there, that's all.
Well, it must belong to somebody.
It does, but it belongs to insurance companies and pension funds, things like that.
Well, they'll want to protect their investments, won't they?
Yeah, they want to protect their investments, but say we went into trouble, we got into difficulties, they'd soon dump us, and then they'd invest elsewhere. Probably in bloody Japan.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. The people who run it don't actually own it, do they?
That's right, and they're not dependent on it for their livelihood or for their careers.
And so they don't look after it the way they should, do they?
Yeah, it's like the difference between us owning this place and then renting our old council house.
Oh, but you can't want to go back and reinstate the Victorian Mill owners, don't you?
Karen, I don't, but what I'm trying to say, the people with most to lose, the people that depend on that factory for their livelihood, do you know what I mean, love? I mean, the likes of me and my poor mates, we've got no qualifications apart from the fact that we've worked there all our lives.
Oh, like workers' democracy and powers of the people and all that.
Listen, people work better and harder for themselves. I mean, just take a look around here. There's loads of it going on the side.
Well, what you need to make us co-op then, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what, kid, we could run our place better than the bloody clowns up there at the moment trying to run it. And are we consulted? Ah, we buggery. They try and screw us into the ground. They ask us to take a wage cut. And then when we refuse, and we make a fuss, we're the wreckers. We're out to destroy the fabric of society and all the rest of the garbage that goes with it. So what do? Do we recommend a cut in living standards to the boys? Or do we try and bring them out on strike to preserve what they've got? But then that jeopardises the factory anyway, doesn't it? And it also brings about a cut in their living standards through loss of earnings anyway.
How long could we keep this place going if you did?
I don't know, Sheila, do I?
If we did have to sell it, where would we go then? To the back of the council list again?
Oh, come on, Mother. You're jumping ahead a bit, aren't you?
Am I? He's not exactly painted a rosy picture for us, is he?
Anyone fancy a drink?
Classic solution. The end of the world's round the corner, so let's all go and have a drink and forget all about it.
Sheila, I've just spent half the night trying to explain that we've hardly got any say in the matter anyway. So why worry about something that might never happen? You coming?
Why does it always have to happen just when you're getting yourself on your feet?
What about me?
Where's your mates?
Come on, kid, I'm going to buy you a big lemonade.
Thanks.
Rockets.
I'd just love to have seen his face.
Look out. Who've done that?
3 guesses.
Sheila, don't ask. Let's go and enjoy a quiet drink. It's done now. In the car, please. Mind you, couldn't have happened to a nicer fella.
Get it. Okay. Piss now. If Jockstrap saw us, he'd have us in the bleeding school team. If Jockstrap had saw us, he'd have just started. If anyone would have saw us, he would have had us. Any sign? Can't hear the sirens or anything. Looks like we've done it then. Come on. They won't have said. How do you know? I just do. How? I just do, right? How? 'Cause I do. Dickhead. He's right, you know. Why? 'Cause I am, and he agrees with me. Bloody hell, it's like talking to our dog's backside, talking to you two. I always wondered what was wrong with your dog. You are? It talks to its backside, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't bark. It goes, crab, 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 crab. You're kick, you two. You were. Come on. Where you going? Well, I'm not going to walk straight down our road, am I, soft lad? Suppose not. No. Won't be anyone ill, will there? Turkey will be, and he'll put the bubble in, no messing. Come on. All right. Should have left him there and given him a hernia trying to shift him. What did your half fella make you something back for, anyway? He's like that, isn't he? Pay for piss and paint, up the cuckoo's back. Oh, come on, we jumped him there, didn't we? Yeah, but... But what? He's got no sense of humour, your dad. You sure you're right about registration this morning? Yes. He's just like us to get caught. He never caught Boxy Dwyer, did he? They don't want to catch Boxy Dwyer. They'd rather he was away all the time. Don't blame them, right flipping. Oh, shit! Watch that puddle there, Giz. Come on. Told you the silly old sod would be there. You go round the back, and I'll slot in here. Lads. I didn't see you standing there. Piss artist. I'll tell you what, I'm going for a slash. Put the kettle on, Duxie. Can't hear that bleeding thing. I'll turn it up. you are. We're not supposed to be here,
no
are we?
one's about.
They'll have heard that back at school.
Got any toast?
No, but if you haven't got Dame will lay us an egg in a minute. Sort of. You'd have had your brownies on if we were in your house.
Got one now, probably. Where's the bread?
In there. Oh, you better make sure we clean it up as well.
Do we have to have the door open?
What's the matter? Bit of fresh air never hurt anyone?
It's not the freshness I mind, it's the temperature.
Getting as bad as Boadicea.
Not in here, dear. Perhaps next time.
Sorry?
No matter.
Well, where am I supposed to wash up?
There's a perfectly good bathroom upstairs.
Never used to use the bathroom.
Never used to use the kitchen either.
This mine?
Yes.
Haven't you unearthed that China tea set yet?
No. It really is a mystery. I was sure I'd packed it separately.
Well, let's hope it turns up.
I don't see how it can. That's the last of the packing cases.
Couldn't have left it behind, I suppose.
Hardly. And even if I had, I'm sure that... What was their name?
Croxford.
Well, I'm sure they'd have been in touch.
Probably still going through the blasted solicitors if they have found it. What's this?
Oh. That came for next door a few days ago. I've been meaning to take it round.
Well, no use now. They're both out at work.
I don't know what to say to them. I feel so ashamed.
Simple misunderstanding. I'll pop round with it this evening if you like.
Oh, would you? How's it going outside?
Nearly done.
Couldn't you have waited until the weather was a bit warmer?
Nothing much else for me to do, is there?
Why do you think Turkey's off, like? Should be in work, shouldn't he?
Probably bunking off like us.
Probably an oldie more, like. His lot always are.
Imagine having him as a dad, though.
I wouldn't fancy it. He wouldn't fancy having you.
What's the ponce like?
Who said he's a ponce?
Looks it to me.
Everyone looks it to you.
I reckon we should kick his head in.
Why?
Because he looks like a ponce, of course.
You're thick, you are.
Why? Scared of him, are you?
Hey, I know what he means about talking to a dog's backside now.
I hate kids who go to private school.
Why?
Stuck-up little bastards.
You're just jealous because your old fella can't afford it.
Hey, should be able to. It's been on the dole long enough. Besides, I bet that bloke doesn't even want to go. I bet his mum and dad make him.
No one would make me. Can't even make me go to our school.
Dave's right. It's not his fault his old fella's a silly old sod.
Or did he got to go to a private school and end up a silly old sod himself?
He needs doing.
You do, you mean?
Alright, so it's a bit off having a go at the bloke.
It's not a ponce anymore then?
Nah. But this old fella gets right up my nose, he does.
It's big enough. Any more tea?
Shall I stick it on again?
Yeah.
Well, what are we going to do now?
Don't know. Better blow from here soon now. The time it'll take us to get down to the shop and pick me key up from me man.
Have you seen that? Piston rocket, that is.
How long do you reckon that's gonna last?
We've got to look somewhere soon if we're going.
Well, that's no problem then, is it? Seeing as you're not going.
Oh, well, why not? Susie and Pauline's mother said it'll be all right.
And I'm not Susie and Pauline's mother, am I?
Oh, but why?
You're not old enough.
I'll be 16 16 by next summer.
Which is still not old enough.
You let our Barry go to Spain when he was 16.
I didn't. We agreed he could go to Butlins. It wasn't till he got home that we found out where he'd really been. Even got someone to send his flaming postcards for him.
Well, you don't want me doing that, do you?
No, you won't get the chance, love. I've been caught on that one. From now on, we see the booking confirmation.
What's my dad say?
Same as me, you're not going.
You just never let me do anything. You always treat me like I'm still a little kid or something.
Well, stop acting like one. You don't seriously think I'd let a 15-year-old girl go gallivanting halfway around Europe on her own, do you? Because if you do, you've got less sense than I've given you credit for. And don't go giving me the everybody else is going line because the queer fellas use them all up ahead of you.
Hi, Ma.
You're early.
Oh, Liverpool Challenge Cup tonight. Did you get me kit ready?
Don't I always?
Who's pinched your teddy bear then?
Do you want your tea before you go?
Nah, just a shiny will do. Suppose I'm gonna have to make that myself, aren't I?
Suppose right.
What's wrong with it anyway? Wrong time of the month to get, is it?
That'll do. Where are you playing?
Rainhill. Out with the woolly-backs. I'll have to take me bike on Fraser with me, dear, won't I? Is there no cheese?
Should be plenty in there, love.
I can't see any.
Well, I could have sworn I got some.
Not much bread either.
That's odd.
Yeah, probably our Garnet scoffed it after he come home from
No,
school.
no, he's gone to Gizmo's after school. Perhaps I left it at work.
Perhaps you did. Anyway, this Sam will do.
No, that's your father's carrying out tomorrow.
Your father can go to the canteen. That's if he's in work tomorrow.
Well, why shouldn't he be?
Bobby Kinsella reckons they're going to have a walkout.
My dad never said anything.
Don't think my dad knows. It's a wildcat.
How do you know then?
Bobby Kinsella plays a goal for us, doesn't he?
Oh, blooming marvellous, isn't it? Flaming football team knows more than the flaming union.
Yeah, it's amazing what comes out in them showers after training.
Why didn't you tell your dad last night?
Never saw him.
Oh, well, if you got in at a decent time, you might do.
Anyway, it's probably all mouth. You know what Kinsella's like. Saves more goals with his mouth than he does with his hands. Where is the rest of this bread?
Over there in that bag.
Oh,
What's that?
oh, I caught it at work.
Let me see.
Oh, it's not, man.
Let me see. Oh, Barry.
It was nothing.
That needs stitching.
Just leave it.
Little scar.
Well, it won't be the first, will it?
Or the last. How did it happen?
I wasn't quick enough.
Doing what?
Getting out of the way.
Of what?
Does it matter, ma?
I want to know.
The wall that should have went one way fell the other. I've never seen Al jump move so fast in my life.
Oh, Barry. How did it happen?
Stupid sod on the crane. Got the ball caught in the steel frame, didn't he? Tried to yank it free. Pull the cable that bloody hard, he could have paid a patty on it. Anyway, one went and the whiplash brought the rest of the wall down.
Was there anybody seriously hurt?
Dickie Wilson. Cable caught him just below the shoulder. They reckon he might lose his arm.
But he's got 3 little ones, hasn't he?
Yeah. 2 girls and a boy. All of them are under 5.
Oh, my God. And you wonder why I worry about you?
It only happens once in a blue moon, ma.
It wouldn't happen that many times if you didn't work there.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
You're a joiner, aren't you? Surely to God you can find a job at your proper trade.
Yeah, but not at a decent wage. Or what I call a decent wage, anyway.
This is going to hurt. Sorry.
I don't know why you're bothering doing this.
It's terrible. I don't know why you think you've got to earn so much money.
Well, just take a look at the car out on the path. It doesn't run on thin air, you know.
Or why you have to drive round in something like that.
Oh, well, what do you want me to get, ma'am? A reliant robin or a sit-up and beg frog thing like they have across the close?
Well, you could do worse.
Not for me image, you couldn't. I can just imagine it. Night at the Adelphi Casino. DJ'd a lot, few bob on the tables. And then I pull up Banker's daughter from Oily and whiz it through the tunnel in me 3-wheeler. Do us a favour, will you, ma'am? Have me riding around in a motorbike and a sidecar next. Don't you know, I just want to enjoy my life.
If you live long enough.
Anyway, it's not my fault I've got expensive taste, is it?
Oh, really? And whose fault is it?
No one's. I'm just a victim of our consumer society, aren't I? I see something on the telly and I want it. So I have to go where the money is to get it, don't I?
Well, it's a pity we don't see a bit more of it round here in the form of a decent bit of housekeeping.
You're always going on like that, aren't you?
Go on.
Anyway, what about this?
Where did you get this?
That's the bonus that stupid sod in the crane was trying to get when he nearly killed us all. Him knocking the wall down meant we made it.
At what cost?
Aye, well, we threw an half a dickie and that's the rest.
And I know what I'm going to do with it.
You're going to spend it, aren't you?
No. I'm going to give it to the church offertory fund and thank God it wasn't your arm.
I want to go and get my kit ready.
There are 4 there now.
10 out of 10 for arithmetic.
He's probably a ponce too, isn't he, Gizmo?
Betty went to a private school.
She did. You can tell.
I wonder what happened to them cuckoos.
Nicked, probably.
Who by? They're nowhere to carrot.
Someone must think so.
Who?
Whoever nicked him. He's doing his friggin' homework. Poor sod. That's what comes of going to the wrong school. At least at our place they leave you alone. Giving up more like.
I give up in the infants.
You weren't even under consideration. They had you sussed straight out. Yeah, you loony. All right, pack it in, will you? All right, Dad.
All right.
Want me to park it when our bags has gone out?
We're not simple-minded. Don't you answer that, Gizmo.
Don't go on so much about it. There's just no point in worrying about something that might never happen.
There's a good chance that it might.
And he could go under a bus.
If he didn't work there, there'd be no chance of it happening.
We'll check the lad then.
He's getting his kit together. Where do you think he is?
Hiya, kid.
Hiya. How's things at work?
OK. We postponed the strike for a while.
Have you?
Yeah, we're going to reconsider that bonus deal.
Do you want a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
Barry says that Kinsella fella's organising a walkout.
Kinsella. The only walkout he can organise, and the only one he's interested in is onto the football field. Hello, lad.
All right.
You been talking to Bobby Kinsella?
All right, pa. No one talks to Kinsella. He talks to you.
What's he been saying now?
Oh, the usual garbage. He reckons you's lot have sold out and he couldn't organise a piss-up in a brewery.
Less of the language.
He's all naffed anyway.
Like someone else I could mention.
Believe it.
You're not worried about him, are you?
No, not about Megamouth, I'm not. I just wish he'd either bloody join us or shut up.
That's too much responsibility for the first, and it's a physical impossibility for the other. The likes of Kinsella just enjoy putting a knife in.
Don't I know it?
You know, I'd noble him for you, but we need him to play against Marine on Saturday, don't we? Right, I'd better get off then.
See you, mate.
Right, see you later.
Ta-ra, lad. Barry.
What?
When you've moved that heap of yours, put my car away.
Can't you get our Damon to do it?
I can, but I won't. Have you had something to eat, Karen?
Yeah, I'm going out now.
Where to?
Out.
Is this Kinsella thing nothing to worry about?
No, he's a bloody clown.
What about this productivity thing?
What?
The productivity thing. Will it stop the strike?
I don't know, Sheila, it depends.
On what?
On how the profit margin looks for this year.
What? Whether it's good or bad, you mean? Bobby?
Well, that depends as well, Sheila.
On what?
On what set of books they look at, if you know what I mean.
Why does it always seem like trying to get blood out of a stone talking to you or Barry?
I don't know, is it?
Yes, it flaming well is.
Well, it depends on what you're talking about, doesn't it? Thank you. Are you having anything to eat?
Depends, doesn't it?
On what?
On whether I end up talking to myself or not.
You lot must be mad standing in the rain here. Yeah, I'll give these keys to me, our fella, will you? Who you playing? 3-0.
No chance.
I know they haven't, but they still want to go through with it.
Mad bastard.
Why don't you leave that and put the locks on the doors?
Because I want to do this.
The locks are more important.
I want to do this.
You've been at it for 2 weeks. What makes you think you're going to achieve the big breakthrough tonight? Well, which is it to be? Chili con carne or curry?
Either, I don't care.
Chili?
Yes! Damn! How do they expect you to put this together with no written instructions and only 4 screws?
Are we going to do this, Shane, or what?
Nah, not tonight.
Why not?
Because my old fella's seen us here, hasn't he? That's why not.
But what are we going to do?
I don't know, do I?
Know what I reckon? I reckon we should get some putty and stick it in his locks.
Bloody stupid rubbish. Door! Door! I'll get it.
Yes. Sorry to bother you, old chap. This was dropped off at our place when your other package was delivered the other day. I've been meaning to pop over with it. Sorry.
Oh. Thank you.
Right. Sorry to trouble you.
Bloody stupid old fart!
Can Grant live here?
Who wants to know?
I do. Now, does she?
Yeah, that's a brother.
Oh, go on.
Who do you think you are? Bleeding chips.
Hey, just go and tell her, eh?
What's your name then?
She'll know who it is.
Tell yourself.
Well, you can't force him to go to the hospital. Just as you can't force him to pack it in. And you know what? He's right. There is more money in it for him.
I know.
He'll be all right. The chances of anything happening are pretty slim. I'll get it.
I know. I can't help worrying about him.
There's Karen here. Karen? Just a minute, son. Karen? Someone for you. If you really want something to worry about, you better take a look at that.